Tofu down, and C-Small is unstoppable. No Exo.
Smoke, no Chrono, no Exo.
We're going to play forward, sleep up the Batrider, but Matthew's the one to get blown up by Duraccio. Does have to use the Enrage to get behind his tower. Quinn wants back in though. C-Small
sleeping guard, that's big.
The false promise. Affix's Void could get caught off through the control. Matthew going to start things off with a sleeping dart though. Straight onto Quinn and forcing his BKB early on. Half health for Batrider while C-Smile. Avalanche for now. Holding his BKB in the Yules. Now has to use it, but the Ursa's damage substantial against the DP, and EG are the ones who have to run. Pretty nice against all these spellcasters. Trying to catch out Whisper top lane. Lasso is there, and the down from Duraccio trying to kill him off, but a Timber Chain and the arrival of C-Smile slows things down. Wanted to chase Duraccio, and Whisper getting some revenge, but Game of Gladiators, they are all here. Avalanche toss, Whisper about to die. The Bolt Promise is there, and Panda keeps him alive. A killing spree for him as they dive in. C-Smile falls, but Duraccio dead.
Oh, look at this damage from Enchantress.
Sprites them all to death.
Have another one.
Rage is scanning off to the right, that turns red as well, so everybody knows the direction the opponents are coming from. Ricky starts with a sleeping dart, the jump in from Picard, no Chrono yet. Tofu trying the Avalanche
so low.
Ricky being focused down as Duraccio and Quinn straight onto him. Tofu and Matthew trading lives, and Quinn just trying to chase up here, but C-Small keeping them at bay while Duraccio trapped in between 3 of EG, down to half health. They've got the bit of save and a buying time from the Yule.
Avalanche.
KP looking to jump back in the Avalanche again, but there's a false promise from the Oracle. Aegis already claimed up as Duraccio linking back to his side of the map. And the two-man Chrono there, catching both supports. Quinn and Ace still on the outskirts though, doing an awful lot of damage here. And Picard is struggling to stick on a target. Celery with the Spirit Siphons, trying to roleplay as Boxy, but can't quite get the job done. And now Ace trapped in place. Quinn and Duraccio on this high ground, not able to rejoin the fight. EG will come out victorious.
Finished on Whisper, so double Chakram.
Poor Panda. False promise. Not going to help him out too much here. Drag back into the flames of Quinn. EG looking to press into this enemy ancient spot where they do have high ground vision. Straight up Chrono, catch Rubik and the Edge. They need the damage onto Ace as quickly as possible, and Whisper will provide that. Blow up the Enchantress. She gets off a Sprite. The next attempt's not going to heal her while Duraccio jumps on the Picard. BKB and full promise required to buy the time he needs. Time walks a little bit off, and now the Ursa kind of stuck here. Lift up, drag back, not saving you from Whisper's reinitiation. Very attentive EG, focusing the targets they need, and diving this tier 2 for the Rubik kill. The cherry on top.
Shard upgrade. Didn't even use the oh my god, he has a Force Staff and Ogre Seal Totem as well, with the shard plus time walk.
So much mobility.
The gap. They caught him.
Yeah, lassoed up, but the Urals make sure that the Ursa can't do the damage, and Picard saved by his team, allowed to Chrono this Ursa. Now Ench arriving, and a stolen one. There's the Rubik coming in clutch. Everyone from EG stuck inside. Duraccio still dies. Timber Chain across, looking for Tofu now. Matthew trying to jump back in onto this Enchantress, but the lift to save. Celery keeps them at bay, allows Ace to keep doing damage while C-Small and Whisper chasing this Enchantress. Get the pesky Fawn out of here. Catch a glimpse of the Oracle, find out where Panda's playing. Matthew back to the high ground with twin BKBs and moves up the ramp. Focusing for cards, he's got time walk off to the right. The Chrono looks like a good one. Killed her. Oracle is down, so no save. Chrono. Two of them trapped inside, but Duraccio is about to die here. Quinn has already fallen and to buy back himself. Whisper moving in. Celery stealing the Timber Chain. C-Smile nearly dead. The Hurricane Pipe pushes him back, and Ace blows up the Death Prophet now. Huckars getting tossed around near the Roach Pit, controlled up by the lift. Have they got the damage to finish him off? He time walks off to the left, and Whisper is back in again. Chakram missing, the Force Staff out of Tofu, getting the distance he needs, and the stolen Chakram, Celery chucks it back at the Timbersaw. They saw Matthew taking this outpost. They've got the vision through the gem of Quinn, and plenty of damage to bring the Ricky down. The Yule Scepter on 20 HP, just delaying the inevitable, buying time. No way he survives here. Surely no way he survives here, right? He's got Blink Strike, but nothing to blink to. Well done, the Ember in the mid lane. Whisper getting gone on by Tofu and Duraccio. EG, they know that the multiple members of Game Gladiator is pretty distant away.
I'm always sad that you can't break Tiny. It would be so funny if it just shrinks. Double a missile, Lotus Orb.
That's it back. Tofu's in though with the avalanche toss.
GG's alone here.
NVIDIA is bringing 4 members to kill off Whisper. C-Smile gonna go for the BKB TP. Durancho trying to close the gap to Tofu and Ace here.
Thinking about it.
Goes straight for the chrono. Exo as well. They really want to kill Ace here. Gaming Gladiators rallying around the Enchantress. She's got off the BKB and the attendants. Enchantress with some more strikes can actually play her way out of this one. Tofu going to survive. Dragged away from Pakaz. And now they've moved back in onto the Faceless Void. He's going to try and time walk it off thanks to the False Promise. But now Panda, the target of choice for Tofu and Celery, has the Fate's Edict on him, so protected against the magic damage, while Pakaz and Smile chasing Quinn now. The Bat Rider gets turned on. This fight is dragging out forever as another chrono from Pakaz. Straight onto the Tiny and Ursa. Edge left up, so the damage is lacking. And EG, they've done it now. Holding their high ground, coming out to play into the southern jungle and finding the Enchantress. A Yule from Matthew finds a bonus target. Celery's Rubik trying to flicker away, but doesn't get any distance. So Whisper. The additional bonus from the Halberd on ranged heroes.
Enchantress getting very close to her level 25.
Blink initiation. Ursa gets lifted and forced out away. Ace gets the attendants out, points back, but Pakaz just keeps on chasing. Chrono's up the Enchantress now. Looking to blow up Ace. There is buyback available, and of course, Ace in the hands of the Ursa still. DP caught inside that chrono along with Whisper, unable to keep giving chase. Trying to blink and timber chain across. Might be able to get a catch with the side device. What is that? Is that flamethrower stolen by Rubik? Gets up to the high ground, away we head. Lots of expenditure here from EG. Chrono, Exo, still wanting to find more, but a little lasso, Bat Rider.
That's another one.
Up, goes for the double lasso on the Faceless Void as Celery, annihilated by Matthew and the Timbersaw in the back line. Comes with a double damage rune as well, and he walks straight into the middle of them. Lincoln's popped. He does get Scythe. Ursa on him, the backup there from the Oracle. False Promise and a big chrono. Bat Rider caught up in it. Quinn being battered into the ground. Dead for 2 minutes. Ace might be found as well, but they're going to go for the back lines. Rubik being destroyed by Pakaz's Faceless Void. Time walks back in, looks for Ace, reverses it, rewinds, backs away. As Tofu splits the fight, multiple directions. Pakaz and Whisper find Durancho under the smoke screen, can't do anything, caught up and killed.
They're constantly disarmed both of the cores of Gaming Gladiators.
They can't do
deal
anything.
damage.
Durancho finally gets to open up onto a target and he slept. He's hexed. Control for days on end. There's no end in sight, just being blown up and controlled everywhere. Durancho gets tossed across to the Oracle, but Panda, even has to disarm his own. Gets the baiting down and the damage is down. Whisper with a double kill. Well, Ace has
By Bat Rider. This can't be correct. Like that's one stick in a palm and then maybe like some Firefly damage, and EG's wanna close this one out. There are no buybacks available. This is game, Gary.
Yeah, looks like it. They'll try and glyph. Maybe Ace can sproik his way to a base defense. But it looks like EG have got this one in the bag now. A very close fought game one. Very tight battles. And it looked like Gaming Gladiators using their windows to perfection. But EG, with these Chronospheres, the late game protection of the False Promise out of Oracle, and the itemization, hexing, darting, halberding, so much annoyance that Edge can't do a damn thing. She spends half the game in the sky.
Disarmed again.
Disarmed damage more. And GG is cold. EG.
Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
Oh, like 8 minutes, he gets gone on by a DP. Like, Ravages loses kill threat that way. Loses potential, the ability to tower.
Vici
Then later in the game,
turn to ban.
popping Ravages, right? Like, there was a fight on the bottom of the T2 tower where Clockwork goes in, hook shots, pushes back with Cogs. He doesn't Ravage in time, so the DP gets a beak. Wasted. Not the time on the bot when he's being at base. His team uses Ravage again, and it's like a waste. You're not getting kill off it, and you're limiting afterward. Like, I think YBB did a really nice smoke. They had no Ravage because he ravaged nothing in his base. This guy needs to have his R button taken away, and he can only click it in actual
Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
We're going to be seeing whether or not he's allowed to play Tidehunter again, or if he's also going to get angry if he's taking up that role, as we do have a drop available for us. And Vici Gaming have the first pick. FY Rubik. Ah, T.
Silence.
And you should be happy as well, because you were saying what you want YBB to do, go for working in Div 2. Now here is a silencer mods for them. This is working for them quite well last time out.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to touch on that previous draft one last time, it's like the one thing they asked of 20 minutes
remaining.
Way to shut you out or leave. And ourselves as a team,
5 seconds remaining.
In the same tide hunter as well. Like, there's no move. It's like towers might fall, but there's no. Now already with YBB going for this finance, it's like these heroes naturally push your team by 15-20 minutes. I think we need to do this. I'm saying on here is correct. I like the fact that we are seeing YBB shift away. I don't mind them trying to change things up. You know, game one of did one talk. Like, why not? Let's try and do some new stuff. Fundamentally, YBB are meant to be the draft for it, and while they are going back.
Of course, still have the memo about this. Pangolier is not going to ever be allowed to see. I'm intrigued that he decided to ban 2 of the heroes that came from the first story. So why did he remove Primal Beast and Death Prophet? Because Death Prophet and this Primal Beast together, we're probably going to be seeing a lot of them from Vici. But she first phase Timbersaw. This is not a common thing at all.
Yeah, is there a specialist on that team that I don't know about? Because Timbersaw is... I mean, I'm not a massive fan of it, honestly.
10 seconds
Was
remaining.
they're gonna lacking damage?
5 seconds remaining.
It was banned in the previous game. I think the second phase, or maybe even final
Dire
phase.
team
But
back.
this hero, at least in higher ranked EU pubs and stuff, it's having its return where they see a couple of things like, okay, we're just gonna pick it. This one, same throughout the patches. It's not like it's been like stupidly
Vici
or whatever.
Gaming's
And already,
turn
like
to
you see
ban.
Silencer, so I don't care, right? In lane, you get to level 3, you buy some cloak, boom, the lane's now free, right? There needs to be some carry that now punishes him. So, there's already enough L in the opening to do this Timbersaw, and I feel like if this game goes well, this might have like a rippling effect across other
10
regions.
seconds
Where it's like
remaining.
Timber is a hero. Happening in pubs slowly, now we get to finally see it in pro. But I honestly
5
think this hero
seconds remaining.
is very strong. You have to respect weaknesses, which is obviously team fire. It doesn't always buy the best auras, like it doesn't skip all of them, it might buy one. And on top of that, you now need to have your team fight in control of the heroes, be it from some mid lane or something. But the hero is cool, but you need to draft for it. You can easily draft yourself into, wait a second, we have Tim 40 minutes into the game, what are we doing, right? So
Yeah, I really liked Lima Major. Played as Luna. And that went...
he picked him, so oh.
No, God no. But no, he brought back the Luna Timber matchup
Dire team
quite a
back.
while ago. Was a common matchup we saw. He made it look really good. Kind of like the kill lane. I think it looked really nice. I think he Silencer with Mars and then
Possible. Could definitely see that
10
as an option.
seconds
I
remaining.
think it'll probably tell us a bit more based on their ads as well if they want to take kind
5
of risk.
seconds
If I
remaining.
remember correctly, at the TI Last Chance qualifiers, you would play
Vici
one Timbersaw game
Gaming's
at least.
turn to
I think
ban.
that game that was one of the ones they ended up winning in their bracket run, if I remember correctly. But I think that's what happened. So you're asking if there's a Timbersaw specialist, is one of these off-lane players. They would never pick. Yang would never allow this to be picked for him unless he was certain.
Yeah,
that
that's
he
true.
would
Actually,
do this.
He doesn't look like a specialist. He's played 9 professional
10
Timber.
seconds remaining.
but Yang's covering it, because Yang before when he played offlane, he was very good on
5
Timbersaw. So
seconds
he's like, you know what,
I
this is
guess-
it. And he's like,
Game.
you're taking it, and this now if
Dire
it's bad. It's like
team
back to offlane. You're out, it's like this is like really, a crossroads for Vici gaming, but ban wise as well. It's like
protecting it very heavily.
Oh, he's been practicing it in pubs, boys. He's been practicing it in pubs.
There we go. New.
it's just fun to see like this is drafting from like indeed this first happened like 2 years ago,
10
where it's like
seconds
Timbersaw was
remaining.
very popular back then, and it was always we spoke about
5 seconds remaining.
versus you have to people don't really care about slot nowadays. You need to think about Luna still, like I mentioned earlier. There's 4 heroes. It's like these are 4 different heroes than when the lean encounters. It's like same type of stuff, but yeah. But you have to respect the cover. If you don't respect Timbersaw, then it's like you're not utilizing this pick. But yeah, still it's like Slot and Luna do that are more standard.
Maybe want to angle themselves wide out of those directions. Would like to see. I want to see 70 or something
Dire
back
team pick.
this game. I want to see him play Nature's Prophet. His Ember is still in the pool. His Penguin pool Backrider, which was Imperial season. So I'm hoping to see if they
Vici
go for that.
Gaming's turn to
Just
pick.
Conquer. This is a hero that at least with crap with pick Conquer. You pick Conquer, it feels really good. You end up just losing the game. But this is a classic. Oh, more with the Snapfire, old school DPC coming in from the Chinese sheep.
Let's see them take it away from my attention.
10 seconds
I thought he
remaining.
was happen, and it's really playing with a team as well
5
because
seconds remaining.
right, and it gives him more space around mid. This time, maybe be in the driver's seat. Hopefully,
He's probably going to be picking up Yang's hero here. Like, get Yang's 2-0, because they normally like to reserve the pick for Erica as late as humanly possible. What stands out to you here, T, when you're looking at this? What's required to ensure that this Timbersaw has as good a lane as humanly possible, and also the person can leave to come up in the middle, and then Timbersaw can sustain it?
Vici want to be really obnoxious here. They pick up some
Vici
really aggressive
Gaming's
support, but
turn
then
to
play with the Okay, so my mindset for this, if they were going to carry support, I was thinking like they go like Nug or something. A hero that can buy mana, you don't focus, you don't really care about lane, you push it out, and then your mid, here's your team fight, boom, stable draft, goes back.
10
We get to
seconds
see a
remaining.
kick, and again, I honestly feel like I'm
Dire
drafting
team
2 years ago in the past.
Enchantress.
And you've got these Wraithings who don't care about
Vici
anything on Mars.
Gaming's turn to
Weakness of
Templar
why we keep
Assassin.
opening is like, don't put more. This is a global war arena. There isn't a post-fight for these heroes.
Yeah.
And of course, my Wraithing should be good, but the is kind of shit. Now, because the Radiant's being cheaper, you could argue that is the hero now back a bit? It's like, cheaper.
10
Eight,
seconds
five.
remaining.
Yeah, I think. I actually might just look at Jamie's lineup. It's nice.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, Jason.
Heroes are really, really sick.
that's a really good shout, but right, my only fear now is that playing A.K.A, you're going to be very low on armor. But that
Dire team ban.
a little bit real,
Vici
but
Gaming's
maybe
turn
there
to
could be some
ban.
radiance and halberd. I think that would make tanking a bit
I like the tier pick though, because like you don't expect TX to be too amazing against Timbersaws or like armor, but like just level 1 meld, you play the lane aggressive, you can actually force the Timber to feel not great, depending if they put,
seconds
silence
remaining.
a snap, no matter who goes there, they also have kill threat, so YBB, if they want to
5
play out this game
seconds
cleanly,
remaining.
TA have to do well in the first like 3 minutes of lane, and then they need to find a solution. Killing off this Wraithing kind of ultimate without it being all the spots, because right now, the damage they have, it's like, it's
Dire
awkward. It's
team
very.
ban.
Can we fight? Yes or no? If
Vici
no, run
Gaming's
away.
It's just,
turn to
yeah,
pick.
don't do anything. To be fair, there's also like a loose specialist. Like when he was making his name in China, this was the hero he was known for. Even when he was feeding on like some Terrorblade or whatever, you would give him TA and it's like, alright. I knew that he was good at this hero when Zhao landed first saves. It's like, okay, cool. Zhao gives you the nod that it's worth removing from the game. It definitely makes sense.
10 seconds
So Sheep, we're
remaining.
looking at this Vici draft. What do you think is missing from them? What does their draft
5
need to do that it's
seconds
capable
remaining.
of doing right now at this point in time?
Right, really? That might be it. Like, just glare.
Dire team pick.
Ember Spirit.
Then they have your rating. So, I will say one thing I don't draft to this draft is a little worse. Yes, you can push towers. Yes, you have like big, but his ganking is not as effective.
10 seconds
Fires and
remaining.
freedom that I would
5
like to see
seconds
be able to
remaining.
do a lot. Cause why be like TA shouldn't really be done. Let's see what
That hero for YBB, what civ are you gonna play? Bat's still in the pool, can't play Ember of course because it's been taken away. Oh no, Bat's not in the pool, got
Yeah,
banned.
go filthy. Actually,
That's fine.
it's not great. So like
Color
right
doesn't
now,
feel good, I don't know.
this is why Vici Gaming feels quite nice here, because it's got this. If you try and counter the Ember, then you're probably not going to have the damage to kill off Wraithing, because you're going for more a laning based kind of damage dealer, and of course that's both against Wraithing push on the line. And I feel like for YBB, they need to double down on we'll leave lanes, take the first Aegis, and look to fight. And Wraithing, rather than being a hero that gets Radiance, the AC, the blink, the scales, then it's always like he has Radiance, but he hopes to get another item, but they're doing a big objective. It's the playstyle they need to get to. It's difficult, I think. There isn't. I'm not playing the hero right now, which is like, that would perfectly complete their draft.
There's gonna be 70 Void Spirit, feel that great.
I don't want to see his mid Earth because you're going into Timber Wraithing, so you
that's
terrible.
Face!
They go
You may
draw.
now select your
Carry
heroes.
with it. Carry with it.
going to be Son playing the offlane, I think.
Yeah.
Blue's playing the TA. But
So
that was
mid-Mars.
70 mid-Mars. Alright, so he is known and he does play a lot of these like strength wars in the mid lane, right? And I suppose, given that Mars as a hero, it falls off very quickly, right? So maybe you want to give him a bit of a better start and putting him mid, but
This is volatile. I'm gonna just jump on this straight away. YBB's whole laning setup, right out in 5 minutes, they've already lost this. Because it's like Dawnbreaker isn't the most potent of laners. You're against Ench and Wraith King. That could already be impossible. And then it's like Timbersaw, if you don't shut him down pre-level 3, he gets those motions, now Timbersaw takes over. So yeah, if YBB don't enter this laning phase with an exact idea, well, it could be 2-0.
You know what I also feel awful about? Like, what is Mars meant to item? You're playing with the TA, who probably wants to buy the Deso. Even a Dawn probably wants to buy a Deso. It lets you scale Mars, especially since all Mars relies on the damage from Butte. It's like you're playing into a Timbersaw, everything like all these heroes are gonna have a lot of like armor or tanky. I think it just really sucks to be a
yeah, that's probably why they're like, let's rely on it from the offlane. And my big concern, if I'm completely honest, right? She was just playing with very high tempo the entire time. They have a draft that's capable of doing so again, and YBB have to be once more very considerate about their spell usage if they want to succeed in number 2. We'll find out if they have what it takes, or if Vici get the 2-0 lead before the beats it over. Calming presence of Kizu, the lovely smile of Lyrical. Take it away, please.
We'll do just that. Ready for some more action here, man. They were talking about the pick that I know, Meteor Hammer.
There you go. It will work.
Drop it.
It will work this time. Just Arena Spear, catch the Ember. It's easy. We get to see one Meteor Hammer work out eventually. It will happen. I don't know if it's just one.
Prepare for a lesson.
I hope so.
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's be real. Probably not.
He's going. It looks like he's going for Soul Ring. I feel like if you go Soul Ring, you're probably not going.
Going bottle Soul Ring. If you go Meteor after, it
Prepare
ain't
for
the
a
bill, my
lesson.
friend.
Prepare for a lesson. Comes the call from Setsu. That's away with a sort of blind Ember pick. We've seen some other teams, some other regions try and punish this pretty heavily. We'll see if Mars is going to be
30 seconds to
answer
battle.
as Beyond gets that last second switch up playing the Dawnbreaker.
Mars should remember seeing like these lanes where Mars usually just does well against these angles. You already know that some other teams, if a player like Win, he holding, there's no Husker being, you know, slap this Ember into a different dimension. But Mars still good enough for them. Usually the counter pick with the Dawn against Wraith. It's just a pretty good matchup. I'm
The battle
scared for the bot lane
begins.
because of this end. I think Yang will be the difference maker in the safe lane bot.
He has so much potential. Well,
Yeah.
and I was thinking that it was going to be Silencer that was playing together with him, but it looks like they are going to be sending coming down their bottom to with Beyond.
Okay.
So a pretty potent lane in their own regard. If it can, that's going to be the big thing. Get level. Has a lot of different options. Emphasis, Canteen.
I would say with Snap on, you should win this lane. Like if you ever catch the Ench slightly out of position, like maybe where Eric can't be in range with the stun to cancel the Starbreaker from. I feel like in chilling in this lane, if you're the Dawn Snap, you have way too many spells.
Yeah, so much damage.
I couldn't help myself.
Up top is already super low. On that Silencer. FY putting the pressure on is see that spear on the set 2 in the mid. But yeah, FY playing on his Rubik. You know, I love to see this guy come back, play Dota. It's been a little while, but I'm sure he's still gonna have all the tricks up his sleeve.
Yep, I watched this guy in Div 2 and I couldn't hear the end of it. My Rubik. And you hear, I mean, this is like one of the coolest and strongest hero combos, and I mean, he always impresses. You can already see it now. You know, Rubik, I mean, you're just kind of buffed over time too, now gets a lot of damage. I mean, you can, they're kind of owning the lane, like they're playing them ready on YBB here.
I think he's a little bit. This Timbersaw hasn't had too many. Of course, once you have a little bit of practice, all starts coming from there. Why just activity. I feel a little uncomfortable not at these last hits underneath the tower, and of course, that's easy to keep it. But the Wraith King, I want to hear your thoughts on this hero because that's a hero that we haven't seen that much of at all.
I remember that people really loved it against like this idea of Mars, where Mars, you know, the arena of the post process costs.
That's the trouble. FY in range does not have that much, but a couple more hits gonna be enough. FY draws first blood.
I came here to be tested.
Playing the situation like new, he doesn't take the reactive armor.
Mid lane, Setsu low. He's getting the bottle to try and walk away, but gets the water and that keeps him alive.
He gets speared. I mean, this does happen sometimes where you're playing some really meat matchup, suddenly you get bonked into a spear bag, tank some tower hits. So it's definitely one thing that can upset this lane a lot for Setsu. But to go back to the Wraith King, this idea against Mars, where you have a second life against this like heavy spell combo right with the arena snap hold, and also Silencer. You don't care about this hero. Wave jump with the skeletons too. And I think most importantly, you're enabling the Timber. When you have Timber off lane, you need someone else to make up for it. Link some Timber spells. Pretty good.
That little bit of control that can set up for a quick blow up from New. Oh, the heal creep. You love to see that. He's going to top Erica off in the lane here. Nice little injection of such a low cooldown. It doesn't seem fair.
No, it's not. I'm gonna say a lot of neutral creeps. They still don't feel fair. Mr. Frog, if you're listening, some of them need to be looked into, my friend.
I hear that we're getting a patch soon. About that one a day. Dude, Chen gets that? That's when it's like really bad.
Yeah.
You get like a Chen heal creep on a flame lane or something. It's like, all right, game's over, I guess.
Yeah, or Morphling. Here you go. Have half your HP back, bro.
Well, 19-6 versus 17-4, so it's not a complete spanking, but Mars definitely ought to show a good start. Down bottom, we are seeing Xian and Xianming having a decent time. Now that there's level 3 on the Dawnbreaker and has the Soul Ring already done, it feels like they can maybe get aggro if each step a bit too far forward.
Yeah, like, or they need to try and like play together a bit. Now, like, Vengeance 3, so second level of the neutrals that he can take over, which is going to be pretty strong. But if IBB can ever combo their spells where Vici aren't truly ready, that's really what they have to do. Go and poke like this.
Oh, dangerous, dangerous. Erica turns, wants to stun. They get the clap. It's on the Pokemon and beyond. He goes down. That extra damage coming out from the edge creep was enough to get the kill on the Dawn first.
Honestly, if this camp isn't open, they're just going to get the skill on the Wraith King without really trading. But now Yang, he has the hard camp, he gets the torpedo creep, and I mean, this creep is basically just going to win the lane. And the next 1-2 minutes, honestly, it might just be the same way. Right now, this is where you want to own a Snap Dog. This is your time right now.
Right, and these can't creep level 2, 6-second duration. Sticking around for a while, and they also have that sticker to go back to afterwards. Up top, okay, they want to come off the edge. Can they bring her down? Very low and killed off. That is the move they need to make.
No, that's just great. Whenever they can get this like 2v1 situation where, you know, the Wraith King is slightly too far away, but we have some more pressure. When all their 4 spells connect, probably dead.
Yeah, it's so much damage that comes out. And well, up top, it's gonna be left alone. Went there, tries to get a half hold. So pulling that little back to a better position. Jumped on by that first Saw, who's level 4. When he gets slow, probably just has to lose.
I mean, they don't have too much for him anyway. Like Silencer, very low damage. I would even say, like later in the game, it's going to be a lot on Sticky. He's going to have to run around. The only people they die is with into Snap ult. Well, I think most of the moves are going to be on him. Because again, Vici, they have all the zeros that just want to go in. And 6 be happening here.
It's down bottom and Invis. Up by 7 east. He'll get the bottle refilled. Step 2. Yeah, he's a lot of damage. He's actually getting a chain right now. Thinking about going in. Yang makes the slowdown there with the enchant. The stick charge, it might be enough to alive. Don't want to dive in. But instead, he go for the cookie, the turn. Good damage on Yang. He's gone. Just like that. YBB making some quick moves here.
Very good of supporters like be around here. Help with the runes. When you play against Eng, I mean, this hero is all about like the early game tempo. You love to go mid with creep. So YBB already being here and counteracting that, really nice map movement. But
Now else down bottom does have to have the Soul Ring ready to go along with the Mango if he wants to stag over there. Is closer and closer to level 6.
Yeah, this timing, you can ever get Lou lower HP than right now. You can't kick him out, but I have seen TAs where, you know, they get the traps, they just kind of chill around, they get to play the lane, go into the jungle, and kind of like go back and forth. And if you're Vici, you really need to stop that. You can't let carries do it for free. Maybe you bring a +1, maybe Setsu like just, you know, poke over. That might just be enough for Lou.
Right. It would be good for them, although Islands should be enough to get him away. Yeah, with that fly moving over. Cover it. And the other nice little thing here is, well, actually down bottom, we incoming and contesting Tianming, getting some good damage in there. He's going to scout out that, hey, there's some stacks going on. So Ancients are already stacked up once, as well as that hard camp. So it's going to be a nice injection of gold for the EA to run back to. Yeah, it's also down the timber up there. Oh, yeah, stealing these.
Making a lot of space, at least for now. Like, unless they get on top of him. He's just being fine. Scouting out Vision later. Maybe contest.
Have Arena if they want to use it. Setsu playing throws out the scatter blast. 70, he's low. Oh, but the miss that keeps him from being completely brought down. But now the Donald and for the turn,
Eric goes too.
It's the Eric makes the move. They try to find Tianming, but the spear keeps him alive. Those skeletons hoping to find a kill onto this Snapfire. Doesn't look like they'll get that time, but they do bring down Beyond Scurrier. What a weird series of events.
You know, Setsu he's got the Nikes on. He had some nice other steps, you know, dodges a spear, goes around there. Don ulti gets forced. They go back. Once you have to play by both teams, but Vici kind of okay. Don ulti's pop. Let's just go back. It's all good. Now Eric goes back bottom. What they do now
bring in Mars, Arena out, a couple hits, the chakrams there, trying to kill him off, and they will bring down new ZZQ. Die to the impetus shot coming from Yang, and that's why playing together with Enchantress. Spear, good angle on it for 70, but they move on in now with Setsu. Going to find a kill. Can they bring down this team? A little bit from lower and lower. Mo does have a meld to die, but can't get away, and now Beyond makes the move. They do manage to find that follow-up stuff. A couple more hits. Setsu, low on mana, gonna die. YBB, they bring numbers, and Lo gonna give the tip for the Emperor after.
Very nice movement. Under attack. 7E coming into the lane, getting the first kill on Fred to just pop him out here, because this is really good. The longer EA gets to hold the safe lane area, like even just now, maybe the ball decides to stay here, because he doesn't really have a way of getting out. He has TP's here. Maybe they're looking for a play even.
Radiant structures are
Vicky's still here too.
Oh, 17's gonna be able to find it. They bring down FY, looks for the spear, not gonna connect. And DZQ in some trouble, has to double back away. Lil makes the move. Super low. When Setsu jumps back up, everybody run on in. It's battle, battle, battle constantly from G. And 5E will eventually be forced back. Now, the thing about this too is that while all this is happening, there's still ancient stacks being built up. Tianming able to get a third one now, and this is a nice little injection of gold for TA to run back to.
Yeah, I definitely like that Vici heroes here to eventually end this top tier 1 tower, which is good. Also, Eric in the meantime, you know, he's pressuring bottom. 1 tower, half HP eventually, but now, yeah, as you said, he's gonna find his way to the jungle, end up at the triangle. You're gonna have Snap ult ready with Mars, so I think everyone's gonna have to make a very easy purpose in the game of what they want to do.
That's too. Ooh. Oh, does have Chakra ready. Pushes him back, but now they bring in with the global, trying to run down this timber saw. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Going to drop, and you can see their expression on his face. Went in a bit too deep. It's getting punished. Okay. Turn. Hammer down. Looks for the kill. Yang in trouble. Yang going to drop. So YBB, I mean, it's not. It's actually a gold lead for Vici, but 10 kills on the board. And now bottom, they look for it, on the ranking once. They pull him again, Snapple down, Apple there, stolen Snapple, but he's not going to be able to get away from this one. Immediately gets dropped. Now, is in, finds Beyond. to get away with Tianming. Does he have a cookie to keep alive that Dawnbreaker? It looks like for a moment they move in and able to dodge away from the stun. The chakram thrown out, but won't connect. So Dawn lives through all of that. Now Nuno makes the move over. Wants to steal away some of these stacks, but I think YBB will protect them.
The most active early game with an offlane Timber I've ever seen. They've all been in like literally every single lane. ZZQ, he has 14 stolen intelligence at minute 12.
Holy.
You guys are big brain.
That's actually crazy. That's so scary for silencers.
I mean, like right now, if you're a VP, not so much.
Silence.
Die this time.
Stepping a bit too far.
Keeping Lou safe. All good.
Now gonna try and finish off.
Radiant's
Daxel.
bottom tower is under
Move towards
attack.
mid. Beyond can throw out the hammer, keep it alive for now, but yeah, they're gonna run through this one pretty quick. So nice. EA games.
I mean, that's no protecting it. There's continuous here to make some smokes or to come out and great for the news game on Timber. He's level 7 now, forced into first item U. Like you kind of want to be the top of the levels, abuse the fact that there's a low damage, but his game kind of altered a lot in the last like 3-4 minutes.
It's definitely true, and as much as Yule feels like it's gonna be a nice pickup for him, I start thinking about like this TA finish off a Deso, and you your wish that's a Lotus Orb
Dyer's
instead or
top
something.
tower is
Like
under
if
attack.
TA's got free reign, this Timber's gonna
Radiant's
explode.
bottom tower is under attack.
Might need like even Halberd or something like this, just to counteract
Are
TA
scanning.
in one way or the other, because
Right.
now he's ramping up. Like Lou, he's gonna have some desolating like Doom.
Dyer's structures
They're
are
going for
fortified.
trade, pushing this mid tower for now. Which
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Hammer by FY. Make this big move in with Erica and with the Enchantress. There's one thing that this
Dyer's
lineup
middle
does
tower
well.
has
Throw a
fallen.
bunch of bodies at towers.
well, absolutely. You have the skeletons, you have the
structures are
boys.
fortified.
Why did they're smoking up? They were looking for something. I mean, they still are.
Find Yang. Be a little bit more in there for Z. From 7E. Managed to find Neil here. Yeah, looks for the tumblers to too. That'll be an easy one. So more into the brain of ZZ.
Definitely a very, very nice play. Like, you don't have to blink yet, okay, but we have, like, you know, poor man's blink, Cookie, tell the story, catch the Timber and Arena, and yeah, there's no way it's gonna live. Especially, especially, you know, you're not on the top of the network, so you want to live through the global and stuff like this, but yeah, I'm a little worried for these items and how this early game has gone, particularly for the Ember and Timber here.
But that item now.
Oh, here we go. Radiance is back, boys.
The relic. All coming together. I mean, how much does that change? The spear goes out and now Yang down again. Going to just explode there. I mean, does sort of Erica carry this game in the late stages if he can get into that Radiance? I can get into a good timing for it.
Like, I would say, especially that draft and why they pick Wraith Kings, he's going to help his team a little. He's going to push these waves. He can go in first in the fight because he has 2 lives. He's also going to put this like this chance a little bit. Definitely a good Wraith King game. Like, he's going to scale well. I would say, again, maybe he can get it after a Halberd and just make it easier and allow his 2 other cores to recover.
Fair enough. I'm curious if, like, eventually, talking about the of like not having a way to connect. How much damage this TA can do later on, but it's also feeling like it might be that silencer. If he's on getting his element, get into like a hail, get some items, he's also not going to be something to try to play.
Yeah, I mean, global is very annoying for the Vici heroes. I mean, you can see it. How much they respect it and just their items, right? Yeah. KB Rush, he's stealing all the int. He's also buying a Veil to help his team deal more damage. So YBB, they should be pretty okay with this right now.
Round.
Dyer's bottom
Vision
tower
down.
is under
Wanna
attack.
find somebody to pick off right here with this Mars. Does have that Blink Dagger done as well as a haste rip. They camp out this remnant up from.
Yeah, that's really have a reason. Remnant team. Nothing on the map apart from the TA smacking somebody from the bottom. Also, this first Roche is open for both teams. This has to be something that have in their mind right now, at least for the next couple minutes.
Have the Radiant stuff now.
Dire's top tower
Up some
is
more
under
items.
attack.
Let's head on in. I think that's another one of the
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
type change, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite as dangerous. All of a
Dire's
sudden,
turret has been
back
killed.
behind the tower, they find him. The spear hooks next to that tree, and one or two quick hits. It should be. Now Erica makes the move over. A great recon, and the double hook on top of it. Oh, he is in so much trouble. Nice Radiant throw. Yeah, now in the area, and then throw out another spear. The connection there. Damage out there. Look at the hit. No, it's doing so much. They take down 3 heroes in an instant. Now Lul in no man's land trying to turn on his mission, see if they can get that kill, but he remnants away, gets out of harm's way, and Beyond just has to run to get out of there. Dude doesn't want to chase, but they do have Yang there for the rundown, and holy moly, they went in too far on YBB.
Most valuable timber buyback I've seen in like mid-game ever. He just gets in there, he charges like 4 heroes with Setsu, and yeah, YBB kind of always saying that welcome a little bit. If you hold like the Donald, which is a hard decision to make, to come in a bit later, it could be better. But yeah, hopefully.
I mean, it looked amazing for a moment. Is he dead?
You were after the whereabouts. How's that coming along?
Yo, my friend, go think about that one for the next 1 minute. He's just blasted.
Wait up.
Great for the Vici on me. Who's got that coming out now? BZQ, trouble. Cookie to get him away. No, but Setsu maybe can pull one now. No, run back in. That's the hero reveal. The back coming out, it's going to come out too late. Beyond still sticking around. X wants to walk away. 7E there to the side. The spear is dead. Doesn't have a down. But a couple more hits on that Y Arena now comes out. And Lil making them come over. But do they have the damage that they need? A couple hits for the low ground onto Apple. Wants to find some spill damage and will connect on the Setsu, but he gets away. Now they bring it down the poor old Mars, and Yang just being in front of him with all his minus attack speed. It's super annoying to play against for this.
Where are you going?
Hey, still one more hits. Yeah, he just can't run him down. It's too hard.
Back to can't do these heroes, and similarly as in
Radiant's
one,
middle
I
tower
love
is under
when
attack.
teams have this
You and I.
going a bit more. Okay, Timber is coming.
Cool, my friend.
Run.
Gotta get out of here, buddy. Let's see.
I really like the way that they're playing in groups. Again, Erica, he's doing his own thing. We might be like, oh, this guy's just AFK farming, but they're just using the heroes properly on the map. And you have BK on F.
Radiant's middle tower
wherever he
is
wants
under
to
attack.
start rotations, and if YBB don't respond properly, kills.
I just like the way that they're playing in this game for both 33 kills in 20 minutes. This one has been absolute mayhem. I'm loving it.
Same. I mean, YBB is at least one of the most aggressive teams. Vici, same. They're stepping up to the tempo right now for sure.
Over looking for find it's Invis down bottom for Setsu, trying to get in towards his next on the docket. TA's finished off Dragon Lance. Smoke up now, both teams. Okay. Dawnbreaker is ready with 70 reveals himself. Scepter, but has here for round 2. Has a pop. Do they have global? Yes. And no answer afterwards. Setsu is in, but starting to get top. They have the heal coming in. Trying to bring low isn't going to be enough to finish. They do have a kill. But Erica starting to drop low too. One last hit out from the Snapfire. The Checker Blast is going to be there. That's only life 1. 70 wants to TP away. Not going to happen. They kill him off, and Tian Ming, nowhere left to go. They get dropped. So everything for that Timber Saw kill. YB that lose the most cores though.
Setsu is doing so much, and like sure Erica comes in and kind of leads up with too, but he's just going in first all the time, getting into the midst of it, setting up the TA, and also these supports. They're trying to do a lot of damage, and he's just popping out into this after into this, getting with the sort of FY, you know, destroying the protection charges with the Urban. So yeah, Vici there. They're showing up. I love how they're playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, the lack of BKB is very evident in this game. Having it on that Ember Spirit, they're trying to get into BKBs for the Mars, for the Dawnbreaker, but it's just not coming quick enough. And Vici, I mean, with this Radiance burn going, like you're talking about the Ember Spirit just spamming out damage. I mean, this is the best BKB first Ember I've seen in a really long time.
No, for sure. Especially like the shard has a neutral item that, I mean, I hate it personally. This Lance of Super, it's so good on Ember. You have this orb, you have the Lance, you slow everyone, you deal more damage. He's just so annoying to deal with. And if you're YBB, there's too many problems being thrown at you. Sure, you can kill the Timber with your spells, but then there's an Ember, there's Impetus flying at you, a double life wraithing, now triple life. So it's not easy for them to deal with this.
The really rough. And for Vici, the next couple of minutes, feel like they sort of play itself. There it goes. They're after him. Oh, that is a dead Dawnbreaker. Didn't stand a chance. And immediately will be disassembled by the BKB for himself. Tries to get out of there, but Setsu on him. Global out, needs to get away. Spear TP, not gonna happen. They blow up that Mars, and at the same time, they're taking the top tier 2 tower.
It's just beautiful. It's fast, it's beautiful. They're like, okay, it's done. There's a Mars without EKB hitting my mid tower. This is legal. TP, bam, kill. Next one, now you're up 7k gold. Defend your mid tower, you take the top tier 2, and now you're poking the top tier 3.
And this sort of willingness to just go high ground and say, come deal with me right before the BKB timing. This is perfectly timed right now for Vici to like insurmountable damage into these buildings, try and take a set of racks. They're going to force to use the but everything out of this. And they still scale well once the BKBs are out for YBB. Not like it becomes impossible for them to play it.
No, absolutely not. Like, why would they really need these BKBs? So Dawn, okay, Yonki hands it, he's the Echo. Mars is close. Yeah, it's gonna be close. But if you look at Vici's itemization, it's really, really cool. You have full halberd already against the T. Bergeron, Timber. He has the Yules. You're gonna have an Ace coming out of your Wraith King. You have a Pipe on your end. You have Rubik buying the other auras that you can't buy. So it's like everything is stacking up to really deal with the lack of damage that YBB is going to run.
You're going to have so many issues in this game, it feels like. And the BKBs don't solve enough of them. So
it's gonna be hard. Like for now, you're losing another 50 tower by 24 minutes. So you have to stay until these BKBs and then maybe just try and jump these supports later on in the fight with the Mars Snap. The cores are too much, I think, for them to deal with. They're gonna be too sticky as they're
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, 7. About to have BKB done. Lou already has his completed. So 4, you're able to go high ground. They will have them done.
Radiant's
ready to go
top tower
for a smoke play, just like with 5. This one, you feel like it kind of needs to work.
Yeah. I would say it has to. They did a job of pushing out top and bottom, but they already forced everything to go away.
Oh, Rummy and Erica, this is not the target that you want, but it may be the target you have to go for. He's got 3 lives in a radius. There's no way this is going to go well.
Yeah, it's not the one.
Beyond has to pop the BKB to run away. This has not been the fight that YBB were looking for. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad.
Yeah, they saw it coming. The scan hit. They have the perfect timing. You ask for anything better than a guy with 3 lives to break the smoke? No, you can't.
Dire's bottom tower
if you had a plate mail on Halberd and a Radiance too, that'd be nice.
That certainly does help a little bit. Maybe drop your high 5 when it first got.
This
as it
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
9,000 gold lead as we're 39
of regeneration.
YBB just have to buy
Trained in serial
poking.
Dire's
Cool
bottom
down, so
tower
let's
is under attack.
poking him and get him out of here eventually.
He's trying to go in for a shard too. I mean, I will say I think Bluewall being able to just sort of be uncovered in these engagements now, getting into the BKB, having Deso with a bunch of charges, I feel like it'll be good for them. But I will get it as Root is it out. 7E to walk away, Lance pursued, it's a problem. with the speed, try and get that stun. The BKB used global immediately in the TPA, but that is a Euro Scepter, so Beyond is going to end up falling there.
Cheeky Gauntlet versus here. It's gonna have Manta against the global. I love his items. I love the way he's moving off the map. Like his impact compared to Network is I mean, he has a lot of Network, but still, his impact is out of this world.
Yang pops the pipe. Cookie. Pull off the mark there. Should be enough here at the moment to bring him down. Body blocks though. Oh no. Spear out. Mixes it. Connect on retreat. Oh, pops the BKB. Has to run away. One feels pretty bad. Bill damage going to connect on a couple of these heroes, but with the BKB running out, they want to go for any more. Setsu is moving into position now with the position.
That should help.
The disarm. Stun. Spear. Bad. Not bad. Dawnbreaker ulti too. So they bring down one life. Can they do it again? Iol is dead. Erica dropping him out lower and lower. He doesn't have an ult. He's gone. So with the agents expiring, they managed to make it work. IBB find a kill, but we connect there. Spear onto Setsu. More traps. Couple more seconds. That's why he is going to drop. So IBB, they hold out long enough. Outlast the agents, get the kill onto
Dire's
Erica.
middle tower is under attack.
Nice spell usage, get a speed back, done with my good old friend Lou, he just gets to slap in that fight, keep clicking, and that's exactly what they need. If TA gets to hit, the fight lasts longer than BKBs, you know, that's one way you can win. Now, he's down A.K.A. gold, and you get to clean the map too.
Body block. So there from the Ench creep. Might even go for a stun here in a moment. And does get the 2-0 stun. Yang tries to get away. Not going to happen though. So they buy a little bit of extra space. You can see Sportsbet.io odds not favoring YBB at the moment. But there was a really big swing. You know, it's not insignificant. The sort of that potential that came out there.
And it didn't stop yet. Like Yang is still dead as he died again. So that when he respawns, they need to take a you know, stop what's happening right now, regain control of the map, and then look at the next approach.
Take a look at this play here. It was enough time with Yang, and then they feel like, okay, we can maybe still go in. End up getting punished pretty heavily.
They were like, oh, we got the TA's BKB, you know, the TA's dive him, but the Reki doesn't have a dagger, so he doesn't even have this blink stun, even though the guy doesn't have BKB. And it's look a little awkward. Like they tried a little too hard to make use of the.
And even though this, like, you know, Mage King is so stacked up on farm, is just level 7 there too. So the timing on that sort of ulti, it's going to be a little while before it might be actually back up again now. Yeah, it's just coming back up cooldown. But
Radiant are scanning.
She's level 20 now, has the meld the spell talent. Is looking a little bit here for YB.
Who is picking right now? There's a Chrysalis, yes, so 20 talent as you talked about. He can set his belt.
This is advantageous. Is about to come back up. Yang killed. He's gonna get forced. He doesn't get anything off. Oh, with the heal coming up from the Dawnbreaker. Gives him KP Setsu for the survival. Can he stay alive long enough with all these forces? He'll need to alive. He'll go completely alone. Isolating. Gets the force down to the low ground. It's off. That's why. This is now on Tianbang. Lu has to run away. So too does Beyond. Well, it was one good fight, but now things looking a lot better for Vici. They find their money, get those kills. They did lose Setsu, but YBB, they're gonna actually get away with only losing the TA Snapfire.
F5 handled that fight. He pre-lifted the Mars when he went in, so he basically dropped to like 1 HP. Dawn to ult, then steals the Dawn ult while Beyond is running away. And now they're up to take ult again, so whoever goes too deep, they just end up getting punished. And Roche is up too. You're Vici, maybe back up. They're clearing it, you know, get ready for the area and force up there.
I think Roche is probably the call now.
Yeah.
And there's a TA trap in there.
A good old friend, the Roche DP combo is Encino.
But
every time.
Do they have any sentries to lay down? No sentries.
Not this one.
Oh. Do they have any way to get there and come and contest this, though? Pretty tough to make that move. It looks like it's gonna come too late.
I would have loved if he had smoke. Yeah, like if you smoke up the Mars and he just has the BKB ready, goes blink BKB here. And if you fail, you just do the same. Simply because you have the trap, but all good. Decide to try it now.
Claimed immortality.
I like that. But I want Erica, I want him to buy a blink.
Right.
I feel like it would make his play so much easier. Suddenly, Timber, you know, has an easier time using spells. You don't set to have to ramp in every time. It's your bud. Erica, you're network, bro. Get in there.
Get in, fight, make it happen. Overwhelming Blink's still a pretty freaking good item. Beyond is going for it. There you go too. Okay, so the other thing that we'll have eventually here, maybe, great attack. There is a smoke up now, trying to move to the jungle. They find the silencer, and it looks like he is going to be the one left behind. 32 stolen him, by the way.
Dire's turret has been killed.
That's the thing.
Eventually, stolen into school, but how much use? I mean, it's hurting the enemies more really like buffing himself.
I think that that's the biggest thing. Kipper has 7 deaths, so he's lost a little bit on here. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't feel like it's sort of that skill and being the type of dynamic.
Give it 20 minutes.
There you go.
You'll see it then.
There it is. It's kind of a breaker, you know?
Easy. Have them a little bit.
Well, this game, another situation where we are in control. They did go a little bit insane trying to go high ground, get punished, and still though, kind of sort of dominate this side of the map. If it works out for them, what the next couple of minutes bring out, because they do have that Aegis, but soak into it. Okay.
YBB looking to like
Refuse good. Behold,
nice try.
a
Maybe
subtle
with
bird.
the traps here. Mission for now. How are they there to go?
A little bit. Erica, I mean, he still got that, although they do find a moment with Setsu here. He just BKBs the move of the 2. Dawnbreaker, ulti comes in, Active Scepter delivered to Setsu while this is happening. The rest of the team sort of separates out, and yeah, YBP, they just give up Snapfire and 17 underneath the board right now. And looking for the chase down while Lil is ran up by Erica.
Just forcing so much on Ember. Mars had to be. Oh, actually, it wasn't Donald. Was FY Wiggle?
Yeah.
So he didn't force that, but still. Good kill. We also got the Mars BKB out of 70, so that's gonna make it a bit harder for him to play the map. But now,
Dire's structures are fortified.
don't have that BKB on Setsu, but doesn't matter. Just goes to the switch. Istar on the TA, stun, gonna connect. Erica stepping
Dire's middle
forward.
tower is under attack.
They do throw out a couple of these hits as the tower starts to fall. Trying to do what they can. Still a couple seconds. They have buyback on that. Big stun on the 3. Didn't have enough damage for the follow-up. Global comes out as the buyback is there, and now the Mars Arena down very low on 70 with no BKB. He is going to drop. They take down Erica once. Can they do? They get Setsu. Still just making havoc happen off to the side. The spear back to that tier 4 tower, and now Dawnbreaker ulti comes out. Setsu low. It's enough damage to kill off this Ember. No, does not look like it. Low right on top of him. Erica still so survivable on this one as they get the disarm. That happens. Albert second, but now TA just can't do damage at all. It's gonna be a die back. They have no buyback available on this Mars, on this Dawnbreaker. A couple to the edge, but the Ghost Scepter keeps her alive. And YB truly do not have the answers at this point. Good cookie with the pullback, and now the control is there. It's going to be the TA falling, and GG. Oh, they're done.
let's see Vici are just out how they're team fighting, how they move from the map, and YBB. That's just a little too hard. We're looping this game. Get Halbertus in time, then you try to kill, and she pops the Scepter, and it's like, alright, bro, I don't want to play anymore.
Dinner time.
He has some really good counters in this game.
Whisper going to drag the remaining creeps back to the lane proper. Bit of damage on the Celery though. Has to fairy fire the double blink strike and Whisper with the first blood. Ooh, it starts off well.
Or are they Celery? Another blink strikes available.
Oh, you're right. Back in on top of the Rubik. Tricks of the trade and the final touch. There it is. Whisper with another kill, chaining away from Duraccio. And Whisper's the one with all the stacks on him, so Matthew will take a fair number of hits to kill him.
Yeah, he has
look like Ursa can.
7 Furious Swipe charges.
Got Quinn down in the bottom rune spot. 3 seconds to go, and C-Smile deciding he wants to fight around this, forcing Tofu away. The Fortune's End is there, and in we go.
They took the rune away from Quinn, but in terms of first EXO, there's not going to be any damage dealt to a tower.
Whisper stuck behind this tier 1 top. Might be in a bit of trouble now. Yeah, getting ripped to shreds by the
Necessary to get Lasso going. If he's going to be farming the jungle, we'll put the next point in Firefly.
Attempting on Panda. Good damage from the Ench, and Tofu's Tiny secures the kill. Pakaz still level 5, trying to get the bashes onto Ace. C-Smile rotates. They'll look for this Enchantress kill in the tree. Yeah, Matthew lassoed up. Back right at the Chrono. Focusing the Tiny, and Quinn, full HP to Duracio's health. Will get on top of Pakaz with some Fury Swipes in the overpower, but C-Smile tracking back to bully this Ursa. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Fortune's End flies out to try.
That's counter both feet, Chrono.
Yeah, straight on the edge. Pakaz needs the back of DP and Timbersaw, but it's still a good. The Avalanche looks good, but Ace still going to fall. Now Pakaz moves on the Tiny. Tofu. Game going losses. Try and get Quinn out of danger. Cancel TPs down to bottom. And move away from here, but Whisper wants to keep on diving. You'll Scepter up. C-Smile catches. Whisper held down by the Death Troll Pit, and they'll dive behind this tier 2 tower. Yeah, smoke breaks. Panda knows. Spot the Tiny in the trees. Plant him up. Catch him out. EG bring Mage Slayer is next.